state of Karnataka continue to see protests over the hijab ban in Shivamogga, in Yadgiri, in Tumakuru and in Vijaypura. And today is the day when colleges have reopened in the state amid tight security. All right, so like I mentioned, in multiple locations, protests have erupted. There are many students who have refused to remove their hijabs and therefore they have not been allowed entry into classrooms. In certain other locations, the parents have also come out to object to this ban. Students literally barred from entering classrooms in many locations. And there you look at pictures from Yadgiri, one of those locations where protests are happening at the moment. These girl students insist that they should be allowed to attend class or to appear for exams without having to remove their hijab. My colleague Revati is joining us with more inputs. Revati, we've been tracking this story for a long time now. It seems that the protests have now erupted in multiple different locations, even as a clear decision in this regard is pending in the Karnataka High Court.
Yes, and the hearing will resume anytime from now. The full bench of the Karnataka High Court will continue hearing the case. The interim order, of course, is very clear that the court has asked all students to refrain from wearing any religious dress or symbol, and specifically mentioned in the order that they cannot wear a hijab, headscarf, or saffron shawl, or carry religious flags and other symbols. But on the ground, in terms of implementation, several schools, there have been peace meetings that was held. Officials are in touch with the education institutions, but some students continue their protest, saying that they should be allowed to enter classes wearing a hijab. The state government at this point of time has not been able to take them into confidence and convince them that the case is ongoing, and while it is pending before the court, they cannot enter classes wearing a hijab. So on the ground, that is a bit of an issue, but of course, this issue was brought before the court's notice yesterday as well. One of the petitioner advocates, in fact, went on to allege that the authorities on the ground are misusing the High Court order as well. But in the absence of an affidavit from the students, from the advocate and the students, the court refused to hear that. Today, the hearing will go around whether the College Development Committee is a statutory body under the Karnataka Education Act, whether that body exists at all as per the Karnataka Education Act, which the government is quoting. That is the petitioner's argument that will continue today in the High Court.
Yes, so the arguments will continue, both sides making their submissions. The issue at hand is whether hijab should be banned in classrooms. That has become a highly contentious issue now affecting multiple schools and colleges in Karnataka. Thanks, Revati, for joining us.